Part 6, I think. Actually, it isn't part 6, because I have a revelation. I already recorded parts 6 and 7, and both of them were lost. Because I'm recording this via DOSBox itself, and I did the audio in Audacity, of course, and I didn't press the record button hard enough one time, so I ended up recording like 2 hours of footage that I didn't record. I was actually recording the like 1 or 2 minute spaces in between recordings. So I have a bunch of audio with like 5 minutes of video total. So obviously we're going to have to do this all over again. So I know what the hell I'm doing now, in theory, except I don't. I actually went so far that I can't even quite remember where I was at in this part.
The village elder must be out looking for his lottery bag.
Apparently this isn't it. Because I seem to recall that I went back and stole his bag. Well, anyways, right off the bat you can tell that we're going to have a lot of fun. Also in my show notes, those are my show notes, I have to mention that the audio that some of you were complaining about, the scratchiness, is just something that's innate to the equipment that I'm using for some reason. Whenever I begin recording, when I begin recording the part, sometimes when I start the part, it's mid-recording, actually. I try to ensure that there's no background sort of interference going on, but I can't always... Whenever I'm recording, as it goes on, suddenly it just starts doing it, and I can't even really tell, because I'm talking, so all I see is a wavelength, and it's always jumping up, so I can't tell that there's actually background interference going on. If I see it in the future, I'll try to stop and start over. Where the hell am I going anyways? But no promises. Also, this room is incredibly fucking hot. So I have to use a fan right next to me, which, if you've ever done recording, you know you shouldn't have a fan blowing into the microphone. That's not what causes the interference, by the way. I don't even have it on right now, for example. And for that reason, it is getting really, really hot in this room. Is no one alive? I hope that this is not bugged or something. Because I think that the last thing I did was confuse the shit out of myself, as I recall. Let's talk to the little boy. This ugly, horrible, wretched little child. I remember that much. I don't care for you, I really don't.
I need to go find...
I need some food. We haven't done that yet. Okay. He's out looking for the lottery bag thing. What about going to the cave? Have I done this yet? I don't need that yet, though. I remember this much. I'm not going to make any revelations for anyone. I'm not going to spoil the game. Oh, now he's here for some reason. Okay, why not? Alright, this is what we actually had to do. Alright. Let's talk to the guy with the Hoover vacuum cleaner on his head.
If we motion
okay, there
towards the video monitor.
Alright, everything's going smoothly. Everything's fine. Nothing is wrong. We use the video screen and talk to the pleasant...
villagers
yes.
at the altar tomorrow to choose a sacrifice or suffer the wrath of Am.
Haven't we already done this? We've already done this. But this is like 2 days later after the sacrifice, I think? Yeah, because I saw remains outside. So this is another sacrifice. Apparently this village used to have like thousands of people, and he sacrifices someone every other day. Although these people are actually robots or holograms or something, so who cares? This is all a metaphor. Anyways, let's get out of here. Now that we know that the lottery is in effect, let's go talk to the little boy and tell him you are going to die. Little boy, you ugly, extra-armed little freak. My son, my darling son. Am wants to have a sacrifice tomorrow.
Am wants to have a sacrifice tomorrow, even with the lottery bag missing. Why don't you hide in the hole? Just
hide in the hole. Just hide under the coats.
I'm afraid of hole. Need friend to hide with. You too big to go in hole.
Well, I've heard that before. But she was wrong and you're wrong too.
All my friends are far
from
away from here or dead.
Dead, mostly as a result of my choices.
Me good idea.
And whose fault is that?
I make friend and then I hide. You help me.
Oh, you make a friend, huh? How about I just shove you in the hole?
I do to help you make a friend.
And roll a rock in front of it. Problem solved. I'll see what I can find, you little dumb shit. Alright, we've got to find a doll for this pussy, since he won't get in the fucking hole without a rock with a a stick tied around it, whatever the hell. How desperate for attention or friendship do you have to be? Okay, I remember where everything is. First, we will go down here and get the desiccated remains of his mother's skull. Alright. Grab the skull, which is actually not a skull.
Piece of junk?
It's an interesting piece of junk. Yes, it's...
I had lost interest in anything that wasn't edible until I met the boy.
Well, he is edible. I mean, you could eat him if you wanted to. But the piece of debris looks sort of like a piece of head. Alright. Let's moonwalk ourselves over to this place. Ah, come on, moonwalk for me. Ah, well. And we pluck this out of this.
There's a loose wire among these vines.
I know you guys are more entertained by me being frustrated and not knowing what the hell I'm doing. But I'm more entertained by knowing that I won't have to spend the next hour going through looking for this stuff again. And we give this
I don't
to
know what to do
Brock
with
Lesnar
this.
here. Oh, excuse me. Give the razor fruit to Brock Lesnar. Oh,
I
yes,
think
of
he wants
course.
me to put my fruit into a basket.
Couldn't he just take it out of my hand and throw it in there? Oh well. Ice mode burning. I hope it's not the wires of my equipment. Get the fruit. No, I have to use the fruit. Yeah, use the fruit on the baskets.
Okay,
That puts it inside.
Okay, here's another piece of fruit.
Another
I
fruit
can't
here.
eat it
We've
anymore.
already heard this before. Yeah, I know you can't. We don't have a pretty woman to vomit it inside of our butt. And we take the wood that we couldn't get before.
I know someone who might like a piece of polished wood.
Well, me too, but she's dead, buddy. Let's get out of here. And go back to the little boy who will assemble these 3 pieces into the remnants of his dead mother. What a pathetic child. Alright. I found this piece of junk. Does it look like your mother's
Looks
head?
kind of like a head.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I can use this to make doll's head.
Alright. I found a piece of wire.
Thank you. I can use this to tie a doll's head to body.
Yeah. This piece of wire that's sort of a metaphor for the thin razor... thin wire of hope that you have left in this world. What am I reading?
I found a piece of wood
Okay,
that could
sorry.
be used for a
I got
body.
lost in the options.
Thank you for help with
Yes.
doll. Me go play in hole.
Go play in hole. Yes. Fascinating. Oh, that disgusting arm. Does it really have to wiggle as he goes inside? Oh well. I need to go to bed. I feel great today. Alright. Dawn of the 5th day.
I wonder
2
how the
orphans
boy's
remain.
doing in that hole.
Did I make that joke already? Oh well, it was probably from the thing you never saw. Sure. Oh wait, sorry. I've got to look
Boy's gone.
inside.
The
He's not
villagers
there.
must have found him.
Spoiler. And taking him while I was scratching myself in
The
bed.
village is quiet.
Yes,
Too quiet.
too quiet. It's almost as though an infant is being killed on a crucifix. Gasp. Yeah, this is really where he belongs. With an outfit like that and a haircut like that, really, we're doing the world a favor. Look, the thing that used to tie their arms, his arms don't even reach them. Oh, so lazy. Let's talk to the village elder, who can actually understand anything I say. Ooh! Yes, I remember that. That's where I was. Who let this fucking monkey in here? Haven't we discussed this?
Em must have told the villagers where I hid the lottery bag and the boy.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Little boy probably threw himself into their waiting arms just to get away from you. Please release the boy. God damn it! Will someone please
Going to
whip this monkey
sacrifice
out
the
of here?
boy
He
unless I think of
stinks.
something quick.
Yeah, that's what's happening. He's got kind of a potbelly going on, doesn't he? Probably from eating all these infants. Actually, I think that's actually a thing that's from the short story. Or something that they originally... I don't remember. I'm not going to go into it. Offer the chick... This is a good ending, most likely. The other ones would be a lot more... Especially this one. This would be so much fun. But let's sacrifice fun for the quote-unquote good ending. You know, we could really
the elder
eat this
seems
monkey.
amazed that I would show compassion to the boy, but I think he's going to go for it.
Yeah, that's what's happening. Have you noticed that everyone is like an Aryan superstar? I mean, look at this cast of guys. Oh my god, I grew another arm.
Gratitude for being spared the pain of being sacrificed. No, more than gratitude.
Imagine how easy it would be to
Compassion.
wipe yourself on the
For
toilet
me.
with that arm. It would make jumping jacks really awkward. Oh, Independence Day! The president is dead. Okay. Oh, god damn it. Oh, these fucking swords again. Back in the fucking sword cage every goddamn day with these fucking swords.
You show them compassion.
Compassion. How dare you?
Your reward.
You set up the whole situation.
Years of searing, blistering anguish, Benny. Who among you?
Searing,
shall go
blistering
next?
anguish. Alright. And since I've already done it, let's go with Ted. God damn you, Ted. You can't even leave the fucking selection screen correctly.
Hey,
Alright, let's
my
let's
favorite
explore the narrative of
me,
Ted.
I really can't
Yeah.
stand all the rest of these people. Every one of them has some
Fatal glitch in personality.
Whiners, freaks, crimps, cowards.
Ted is so
Every one
smug
of
about it too.
them. Not you, Ted. No, man, not you, Ted.
Not you.
You.
You're too busy buying
are a
turtleneck
stand-up
sweaters and
man.
making false promises
You
about
are a
boats
brave
or
guy.
something.
Yes, a take charge kind of guy. So
Apparently he's like a con man or
Just
something,
you.
as far as this game is concerned.
opportunity to get out. Live
In the short story, he
your
was the
life.
main character, the
I'm gonna
narrator.
Send you, you're gonna like this. I'm going to send you to the room
To
of
the
dark.
room of dark.
If you can solve
Uh-huh.
the puzzle of the room of dark, you're home free.
You're home free. I'm gonna tell you now, the room of dark comes up like once. And it's the first, look, it's right there. It's right fucking there, the room of
I know
dark.
I've made you a
Good
parent,
lord!
Ted.
Oh,
I
it's
know
nothing.
you're
Did that
scared.
hawk just drop an arrow?
I'm your friend.
A glowing arrow?
109 years. I'm your best friend. So overcome your fear.
He really is.
Enter
And that's
the
very
room
sad.
Of dark and
Oh, dark, and I can solve
its
this mystery. Alright, Scooby-Doo is in here, and we've got to get him. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and show you. This seems like it was part of some sort of preliminary... Yeah, some sort of preliminary design. Where you had two choices. This is one of them, except you can't go down it.
There's something moving down there. I can't see it, but I know it's there.
Sure you do, buddy. But see, I'm left clicking, and nothing happens. You can't do anything with it. Alright, let's take a look at this arrow. Although that does nothing, I'll go ahead and tell you now.
The arrow's pointing.
I'm really ruining the mystique, aren't I?
Should I follow it? Go the other
Should
way?
I follow it? Should I go down the
is
only
worse?
avenue that's been presented to me? Well, probably this one, considering you can't even use it. Fuck you, game designers. Let's go inside Black Mesa here.
Videos.
And let's examine each of the
One
little
shows a scene of
screens.
some other place. Why? What mystery
yes
does
indeed.
Am want me to solve? Say.
That's a good question, because I've already done it and I still don't know.
Switches next to them.
They have hand turkeys everywhere. You ever made hand turkeys? Hand turkeys are amazing. Alright, we have scary clowns, we have Castlevania, we have some sort of shit, I don't know. We have a lovely autumn day and a lovely spring day. Let's take a look at... What am I doing?
This
Well,
looks
I don't
like
even
the
need to do
tire
that. Just look
swing
at the
the
monitor.
farm I grew up on.
Tire swing.
Does Am know about my
No,
shop?
you are not me, Ted.
Is he taunting me?
Farms don't actually have tire swings. We know better than that. Because the inside of tires have lots of little razor
go
sharp
hiking.
wires in them.
This forest is dark, foreboding.
It's dark and foreboding. Like a warm autumn day. Look how sinister that is. Dumbass. Okay, why am I trying to
show me
talk
a
to the...
rooftop?
I have no sense about me today.
Why not a door? And why this
Not a door.
particular rooftop?
I really don't know. I've gotten through all of this, all of his little section, and this still makes no sense. This is just... It's just something
I
that's
never
there.
liked going to the
I'm gonna go to the
circus.
clown one next.
All those clowns with their phony.
I never really
grease
minded
and
clowns.
Smiles. You can't tell what they're really
Mm-hmm.
thinking.
Grease paint? They're thinking about how desperate their lives are because they're having to work a job as a fucking clown. That's what. Search on the internet for sexy clown. There's this one girl that I don't even think she's really intends for it to be sexy, but she is fucking hot. Okay, what was I talking? Oh, Castlevania. Excuse me. Evil Castle. We saw this in Ellen's playthrough.
Something watching me from the windows.
It's probably Ellen. But this is the. If you touch any of these, you die. I don't know to explain why. You just fail for some reason. It makes the whole room go dark, and I guess it means you picked the wrong one. I don't know. But we have to use this one. I found that out after several minutes of anguishing.
Left me here alone.
Look how fucking nuts this storm is.
Being watched.
Probably by these gargoyles. Take a look at these gargoyles.
Penelope's estate in the
Goliath! Oh yes, Penelope's estate in the Hamptons. I hope Demona swoops down and takes me off to her sex cave because she's in heat this year. As in my fanfic. Okay, one last thing for this. What does this say? The Hamptons, yes. And there's nothing else here that we can interact with, so we enter the castle. And there are so many things to interact with in this castle. Even though I've done this once, I can guarantee you I'm going to screw this up.
I've visited in Europe.
Typical.
Beautiful facade disguising ordinary stone. Appearance is everything.
Isn't that what everything is, though? I mean, a normal house is just plaster covering a bunch of fucking wood. Like this is a big deal. Okay, what's the first thing? Let's take a look at the tapestries. Like Ellen.
So beautiful.
And it gives me a massive erection. Man, I love rape culture, said Ted.
Women have called me their knight.
Okay, and we have a knight.
But never
No woman has ever called you that, Ted. Never Ellen, never anyone. Let's take a walk inside this doorway, and we discover, oh look, it's Ellen.
Did Am tell
And I never noticed that sad little
Was that the
face that's
secret
on
he
the
was referring to?
headboard. Yeah, it sure was, buddy. By the way, neckerchief? No, never. Never. And that is all. Oh, wait, we have to try to talk to her. Come on. Come on. God damn it, Ted. God damn it, Ted. God damn it, Ted.
Oh, Ted.
Get your ass in gear.
I'm so tired.
Get the corn cob out of your butt.
Weak.
From listening to your petulant
Did Am
yammering.
do this to you?
What did
Yes.
Am do to you?
Maybe. I can't tell. They whisper in
I don't
my
know.
ear and this bed is so soft.
Can you
It
walk?
does look really nice.
No, I'm too
Can you walk?
I haven't been out of this bed in ages.
This bed in ages. Even though I just got through seeing you. Yet he does not question this. Remember,
know
kids,
if
everything is
you escaped
metaphorical.
from this place?
Everything.
I searched the entire
Even real
place
life is a
before
metaphor.
I fell ill.
A metaphor for more real
There's no
life.
escape for me but death.
Well, you're right about that, honey. No, I won't let you die. Foreshadowing.
No, I won't let you die.
Spoiler, he will.
I can't take this suffering.
I mean, as far as I
anymore,
know.
Ted. The things I've
I mean, she's not
endured.
even real, so who
Help
cares?
me to die with dignity. Don't let anyone
No
violate me
promises, honey.
again, Not even in death.
Alright.
No,
Yeah.
don't go. I need you. We need you.
Yeah, he's a smooth talker, isn't he?
Ted.
How about it, ladies? Are any women actually watching this? Why? Why would you do that to yourselves? Okay. Why do you want a
What
mirror?
My stepmother has been jealous of me ever since she became
She
ugly.
became ugly.
She had something to do with my illness. I know it. But she doesn't dare come near me while I have the mirror.
Might have had something to do with that. I was going to say something funny, but then I lost my train of thought because
Where
I
is
started
your
thinking about something else.
I left it on my dressing table. Bring it to me.
I was saying something that I started thinking about something that happened in college that has no bearing on anything. My brain does it a lot. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, sorry. We have to walk to the dresser, and it won't be there. Oh, even his walk cycle's insufferable.
No mirror.
Ladies, if you're ever bedridden, I mean, get a guy to do it if you can, because we're idiots, let's face it. A man is really only good for two things. Actually, one thing. Well, half a thing. So if you can, but really, Empower yourselves. Walk to the dresser on your own.
Perfume bottles,
Come on, Ellen.
jewelry boxes,
But no dresser, yes. Use the dresser?
bottles, jewelry boxes.
See, it doesn't open. We can't do that. Let's return to Ellen.
Looks
So beautiful while she's sleeping. And he's saying this right to her face. Oh, I can't wait to masturbate to Ellen later. Ted? Ted, right here. I told you I can't
Please
wait.
tell me you found my mirror.
It's not there. It's not there. I gave
I looked
up.
on your dressing table. Your
Oh,
mirror's not
god
there.
damn it, Ted.
You have to find
Do you
it,
really have to
Ted.
look so satisfied
It's
with
the
yourself
only
while you're
thing
saying
keeping
this?
my stepmother away, and it's the only thing that can finally end
Yep.
my suffering.
Yep, anytime my stepmother shows up, I just raise the mirror. She's so horrified by herself that she just gives up.
Yes, sleep.
That's what I need.
That's what I need.
Yep. Yep, that's what I need too. Okay, there's nothing else to interact with here, so we leave. Oh, part 6, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's go inside this doorway. It took me a while to even find this
must be the
place.
bedroom of the Lord of the castle.
Lord of the Castle. Alright, as far as I can remember, there's nothing particularly interesting. Can't interact with the door. Can't take a look at the bed. Why not?
Slept in this bed for ages. Sheets are
Sheets of cover.
dust.
Considering there's an open window right next to it, I think that rain damage would be more of a concern. Watch his walk cycle. Derp, 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 derp. Oh, I fucking hate Ted. God damn it, he is so insufferable. Oh, even his smaller pixelated face looks insufferable. Yes, I'm Ted. I'm not impressed by castles.
Science, philosophy,
Science, philosophy,
Tragedy,
tragedy, comedy. Oh, far beneath me. My time in the Alps far surpasses anything I could learn from these. What am I supposed to do? Oh, right. Sorry, use. I got too caught up in entertaining myself again. Alright, we can go through all of these. But they don't do anything!
I've read this
Hooray!
It's about a
foolish old
man who
man.
believes he's a knight destined to revive the golden age of chivalry.
Yeah, it's really not, though. I mean, that's like a bare-bones interpretation. You are no English major, Ted.
I know this story.
Get done masturbating on
It's
the
about a
books. Look,
magician
he is
who sells his soul
masturbating. He
to
is
the
transparently
devil in exchange for
masturbating.
power.
Actually, he couldn't be, because his dick couldn't possibly reach that high. Alright, I'm going to avoid this one for now. Not because anything bad happens. There's just a lot more
This
options
was
contained
one of my
within it.
favorites. It's about
I'm
how
just showing
King
the.
Arthur
I don't even know if
some of
these
the
do
most
anything, but I did it
chivalrous knights in all
before.
Europe.
So I'm afraid that if I don't do these context-sensitive things, then later things that I'm used to won't be happening.
This is Plato's dialogue.
Masturbation,
about the
Plato's
nature of
dialogue about
love.
the nature of love. Well, that's concise enough to actually be true. Good job, Ted. See, even if you're stupid, kids, just make sure you're concise.
I know this.
Because a fool can't make
Dante's
himself
epic
known
journey
unless he
through hell,
speaks.
heaven, and purgatory.
Yep, fascinating. Alright, now we get to the meat and potatoes. The journal. If I can click on it without the game stalling.
This looks like a diary.
My computer is old enough to be on its last legs, even though whenever I got it, it was top of the line. Which it has to be in order to do any of this stuff. Not this specifically, but... Actually, yeah, playthroughs are pretty taxing, but
First
mostly the
passage
animation thing.
reads,
In all caps,
"Continues
my dear wife, continue... I'm not going to
each
do that the
day
whole
is
way.
as a year to her. I believe that the
magic drains her, twists her.
twists her."
Mmm.
The second
Twist,
passage
twist.
reads,
Like we did last
"Any
summer.
temptations I hear from my
Temptations
wife's
I hear from my
full
wife
workroom are the purest evil. Perhaps it is her
Hmm.
hatred of my daughter that
Sure,
drives
my
her
daughter,
up there."
that drives her up there. Now, this is implying that Ellen is
Third
the
passage reads,
daughter of a king and queen or whatever, or the lord of this
"My wife
castle.
advises an antidote to her illness, but it lies
Hmm,
very
yeah.
far away. I must assemble a caravan."
Well, obviously, this is going to go
Final
well.
passage reads,
The fifth, or the final
forest
passage.
has grown dark and overrun.
Dark
with
and
dire
overrun
wolves.
with dire wolves.
I doubt that even with a full complement of men, I shall return alive. But I must.
There's no
try.
worse wolf than a dire wolf, kids. Alright, we close the journal and we move on, having accomplished nothing. This really is the strict rule of TED playthroughs, is that you really don't accomplish much of anything. Alright, go away, moth. A moth got in here and he just flew on my head.
Evil in this room.
Go away.
I feel it all around me.
Okay. There's a thing on the ground right here. It is glass. Ted, could you please just jam this right in your face, please?
Ouch! I cut myself.
Thank you, Ted. Alright. We have this. We are in Maleficent's room.
I feel a cold draft.
You know, Maleficent
blowing
was
across
really
the bed
hot.
Like from an open.
They're making a movie about that, you know. I'm not endorsing it or anything. I'm just saying Maleficent is hot. And that is true. Use the books. We have more reading to do. Yes, more reading. And none of this actually matters, again.
This is a catalog of
Demons
the
ruling the
who rule
abyss.
One of these entries is circled.
Actually, I might have to do this.
Opener of locks. Supposedly,
You can open anything that might come up later. The thing about these point-and-click games is even if you know what will come next, you still have to trigger everything.
Too bad I can't read Arabic. From the notes
Margins,
in the
I
margins,
get
I
that.
gather it
Something
has
like
something
that.
to do with
Getting-
opening a gate into another world.
Yes, fascinating, Ted. Fascinating. Stop masturbating, please. Okay, all of this is focusing on
This book
one
seems
sort of...
to be about how to
This
change
thing
metal
doesn't have
into
anything to do
gold.
with anything.
I've read a fair number of science textbooks, but I can't make head nor tail of any of these formulas.
Well, magic isn't science, dumbass. I like the look of that little owl statue up there. Not these ravens, though. Fuck ravens. Owls are great, though. Aside from the fact that they're pretty nasty. You know, coughing up little balls full of bones and hair and all such. And their ear holes are really nasty and so on. But they're pretty cool. Especially tiny wet owls. Those are neat. What was I doing? Oh, yes. We can't do that. We can't do... Actually, let's go in here first. We'll take care of that.
This looks like
A
a chapel, but there's something unholy.
Oh, you think?
It must be the gargoyles.
Okay. Yeah, it must be the gargoyles. We have an icon that we can take. And I believe that's all that we can accomplish here for now. I believe. Yes, I think so. Alright, Ted. I'm Ted. And we use this on this for some bizarre reason. You would think that this sinister-looking thing would be some sort of icon used inside of an ancient magic ceremony, but no, we're just going to use it to plug in a hole inside of a door. Alright. And if we attempt to use the door, it closes, but then it opens again.
That's just super. The door latch is broken.
Oh, the door latch is broken. Mom! The door latch is broken again. Alright, Ted. I don't even know what this does. This never came up. I did this, and then it was a thing. Actually, oh, I didn't. Maybe I can push it back out of the way. Can I? If not, it's nothing to really worry about. Come on, push it back.
It won't.
Ah, damn it. Oh well. If you go outside, you get to hear the wolves scream at him. Which is just mildly funny. It's not really a big
Despite
deal.
the medieval trappings, I've seen kitchens like this before. This is a
In my
place
time in
servants
Europe, yeah, we know,
do all
Ted,
the work.
yes. All the servants. Not that I've ever done such menial work. Okay, there's nothing to interact with here except for the oven and this broad. And if you might find it to be insulting that I'm calling her a broad, believe me, once we talk to her, you will discover the real truth of the matter. If I can get him to talk to her. Excuse me, you lovely, non-shrill voiced lady.
Excuse
Do
me.
you work here?
Do you work here?
Why, of course I work here.
Hmm.
Why else would I be plucking this chicken?
Oh, she is the voice of an
You're
angel.
a handsome gent.
There are many men left in these ports! Oh. Okay. We have to do stuff with her.
Ellen. Oh, she's been ill, and that's all I know. It's not healthy to ask too many questions these days.
Yeah.
Let's talk about.
Talk about you instead. I guess I should have looked at her beforehand. He says something about the fact that she has an amazing body, but her face isn't much to look at, so she's a butterface. If you know that term. Is there a way to escape from this castle?
This castle?
Especially now that I've barricaded it.
With all of those
All the walls they forced.
safer to stay in the castle. Beds
And
and
plot
toilet clothes.
chickens.
You should try mine sometime.
Let's have a three-way intercourse with this chicken.
Where is
I'm
Ellen's
plucking it right
stepmother?
now.
I must speak with her.
A word
Oh,
to the
gosh.
wise. Keep your nose out of the old woman's business.
Woman's
and
business unless you want it
covered
covered with
warts.
warts. I don't know what that
To
means.
see any harm come to that gorgeous face.
Are
of
you implying something? Keep your nose out of a woman's business or you'll pull it back covered in
Where
warts.
can I find
Well, I guess
the
there's
mirror?
more truth to that than I
What do you
first
want with a
suspected.
mirror? Those are pretty rare.
Oh,
With
yes.
An ugly woman in charge of the castle.
Mirrors are so rare. You know, there's a pan over here that has a reflective surface. Maybe we could use... No, we have to use the mirror. Mirror special.
Please, I need to
Oh,
find
hiccup.
the mirror.
Please, you harpy, you
I'll make a deal.
amazing-bodied harpy.
I will tell you where you can find a mirror if you spend
quality
some
time.
quality time in my bed.
Yeah, that sounds great. You know, anyone that you find plucking a... the chicken's probably still alive. Anyone you find plucking a live chicken in, you know, an old-timey castle kitchen and ask you immediately for sex after, like, 30 seconds of knowing them, probably say no. Probably say no, kids. Put that on a t-shirt.
How can I possibly refuse
Oh, shit,
such
I
a
shouldn't have done
lovely
that.
lady? Lead the way.
Oh, you doll! My bedroom's right through that door.
Oh, well. Oh, nothing bad happened. Well, last time I actually intentionally avoided that because I felt it was going to be the bad ending if I chose. But apparently Ted is no longer a virgin. Well, his expression says it all, doesn't it, kids? Well, this mirror also kind of says it all. Alright, I'm sure to Ellen. Yeah, who cares? Actually, I shouldn't say that. That's mean. He should feel bad. Considering he's quote-unquote in love with her. I did quote marks in the air. I really want to find this out.
Did I live up to your
She had very low
expectations?
expectations.
That was nice. You've done this before with lots of girls, I'll bet.
I sincerely doubt that.
Now tell me where the
Oh, you
mirror
really know how to
is.
pillow talk, buddy.
Why, of all the nerve! After what we just did, all you can
Sleeping
think about
on
is
her
that
bed.
thing sleeping in a bed. Get out of here! I don't want to see you
You could have
anymore.
put that a little bit more delicately.